My name is Adinola Precious, and I have with me today
Jamie Adelaide.
and
Adeoluwa Elizabeth. Baby, you look good today.
As always,
This boy get pride.
it's
Lady.
easy.
You get pride.
It's easy.
You get pride.
Mm-mm.
So, Precious, how far?
I'm good.
What's the topic for
I'm
today?
gentle. So today we're speaking about toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity. So, at first, let me just ask this question. What is toxic masculinity?
What do we understand by toxic masculinity?
I think
Yeah, no,
toxic.
answer.
Yeah, I think
Because I'm
toxic.
ready for the last shoe.
Uh-uh.
Last shoe.
Calm
last
down
shoe.
now.
I think toxic masculinity is,
Yeah.
is an exaggerated man's trait. He has about the society.
Yeah.
They are exaggerated male traits.
Is it actually exaggerated? I just feel some sort of like a man is conformed to a particular
The
traditional,
norm
yeah, exactly,
of
or
the
some
society.
rules of the society.
Now it's been exaggerated.
You can't. I don't think it's been exaggerated because personally, no, I feel as a man, there's some things I will not want to happen. There's some things I will probably just want to take control of. There's some things I might even want to keep to myself.
That is
I
why,
feel that this is where toxic masculinity actually comes in.
and that's
But you
why
are
I
saying
said
as a man.
man, and that is why I said it's been exaggerated. Because as a man, as you just said, you believe that you are not supposed to cry. Because you exaggerate the fact so much that you don't want to cry. Because man, society will see you as a weak vessel.
No. In respect to like, okay, obviously emotions will set in that times out to part your emotions. No, that's no.
Yeah.
But regardless, you have to be a man. That's something just
That
have
is it.
It's not. See,
This
it is
is
not. It
what
is
we're talking
natural.
about.
It is natural. If you fall, you pick yourself up. That's just it.
If
It's
you
more.
fall.
It's not common to men. I understand. Do you understand? Because most likely you just feel like, okay, I'm going through a particular phase. I'm having some sort of troubles. Who would I talk to? Do you understand? And probably, okay, perhaps you have a girlfriend or you have a partner in a relationship, and like, okay, babe, I have some. So, this is what I'm going through. I need money, like, I need to finance my business, I need capital, I need some other things. I don't have money, sorry. But like, so, do you expect me to go back to that same person when I have issue, like, okay, I'm going through this, when the whole thing or the whole answer for my is Bele, what would Bele do to me?
I don't think that Bele actually defines seeking for help. You shouldn't define seeking for help. Even if I can't help financially, there are other ways that I might be able to help.
Thank you, but I can say probably a large percentage of ladies, and relationship-wise, a large percentage of ladies will probably just tell you, sorry, but God is in control. I don't know if God will take control before I do this. It's true now.
Okay,
So I won't actually take it like probably no.
That is why that whenever you are feeling down or need help again, you won't want to go back to that same person because you feel like if you go back to the same person, the only thing that person will tell you is Bele. So the ego in you will not allow you to go back to that person.
It is what it is, like it's what the society has created for us. It's not like a man.
That's why I said society. Imagine when I lost my dad,
Yeah.
we ladies we were crying, and my brother wants to cry. Do you know what people tell you? You are a man.
You're a man.
You're
Suck
not
it up
supposed
like
to
a
cry.
He
man.
has to handle the situation now.
Why?
Because he has to handle the situation.
Why? Okay, we
No,
ladies we
listen.
are letting out our emotion. Why can't he let out his own emotion also?
Let's get something straight.
Okay.
Anybody can be emotional.
Okay.
But some people are not so emotional. Do you understand? And some people have like, let me just sort this thing up like so that it's overwhelmed. Hold on.
Yes, of
So
course.
that I won't be overwhelmed and I won't probably break down. Like obviously
No.
you can't be in a marriage and probably something is going on and you're expecting your wife to be crying.
No.
So it makes sense.
No.
No,
I feel we
no,
should
hold on,
focus.
so it makes
Let's
sense.
focus this thing.
If
we are going out of topic.
no, I'm
I
not.
get what you're talking about. I get
We're
what
saying
you're
the same
talking
topic.
about.
You are in a
I get
marriage.
what you're
Hold
talking
on,
about.
precious. You're in a marriage.
Okay.
You're in a marriage. Something
Yeah.
happened. Yourself and your husband are crying. What will you feel?
I'm not saying.
But no, it's just like
calm
they say,
down.
any something. This proverb, what was it? Any agojo kule, konsheniagba. That's how it is. It is.
This is what I'm trying to
Because
say.
naturally, I'm not rushing. naturally,
Yeah.
men are believed to be the backbone. Do you understand? Exactly. So let us act like what you are meant to be.
That is where the toxic
This one I'm
Why-
trying
how is
to
it toxic?
speak now. This
So
one
that is what the toxic masculinity comes in. Because society believes you are a backbone. So you want to act as a backbone. You don't want to let out your emotion. There are some things you are building up inside yourself. Instead of you to let it out to the person beside you, you feel like you are a man. If I let it out and the person did not render the help I was expecting from him or her, now I'll be so shameful to go back to that same person. How will that person see me again coming to ask for another help? That is where the toxic masculinity.
So
this is
what if I tell you? What
Yes.
if I tell you some people will take advantage of your weakness?
No.
That is what you guys think.
Because that is what it is.
This is what I'm saying,
Oh,
right? This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying there's a problem in not. There are some people that deal with things in different ways, right?
Tell me.
You might decide, okay, some people prefer talking to someone about it without crying. Some people will prefer, okay, let me just cry on my own and then be okay. Like there are different ways to all
Exactly.
deal with emotions.
So
But my own point is the fact that you're saying, as a man.
So, this is what we are talking about. Adeleye, what I'm trying to say is that I'm not asking you not to deal with your emotion, but there are some certain situations you have to let that emotions out. But because you think that you are a strong man, society thinks if I let out this emotion, I'm a weak man. That is where.
no, don't get me wrong. The other time, Pressure was saying you can be in your room and cry. Obviously, I said it earlier on. Everybody has emotions. Do you understand?
Sure.
So if I'm in my room and I cry, moti let out emotion. But let me just come out and like, okay, I'm falling and I'm back up. Do you understand? That's just the situation of Nigeria. Or sorry, that's just the situation of the society. Do you understand? So even if I'm going through something, you can't actually obviously there are people I won't talk to. Like, okay, let me just talk to this person. Maybe there can be a solution or some sort of help. But regardless, when you just talk to some people, all you hear is this, it is where nobody wants to help you. So I don't want to no, this isn't even about being a weakling, though. Just like, okay, this is what I'm going through. Let me face it and come out of it. That's just general knowledge of a man. It's logical. It is logical. Do you understand? Because now the other time, sure, you were saying if at all a man does not want to let out emotion or cry. Now, okay, I said if you're in a marriage now and something happens, like you and your husband, and you are crying, your husband is crying. How you? No, let's be logical.
No, I don't expect you to be crying.
And yet,
This is what people
exactly.
talks about.
You don't-
Because now you're saying
you don't
I don't
expect
expect him to cry.
How will you be crying?
I am telling you
Are we
to
supposed to
let
have
out
fun?
now, I let him let him
No, wait.
emotion.
I will be crying. And my man will be crying. Without me saying, that's.
My problem is the part
Okay.
where aggression now comes in. As a man, whereby you feel that okay, I'm the man, I have to be dominant, I'm the man, I have to be aggressive, I'm the man, I have to do things my way, and
That
stuff
is
like
where
That's
that is
one
where
of
I'll
my
now ask
problems.
the question.
Precious.
What are the signs or what are the traits of toxic masculinity?
Before that, Precious, I had a discussion with someone earlier on, like a few days ago, and okay, I'm going through issues.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Or I told the person I don't like it when things don't go my way. You understand? And the person agreed. He himself doesn't like it when things don't go his way. Generally, that's just it. Everybody has a plan, and if your plan is not falling in line, there will be issues personally. So you tend to think about how will I solve this thing. So anything that comes at that point in time, you want just have a
But I feel the way you react to such a thing, you should be able to control the way you react.
That is it.
Even though the first thing that comes to mind would be aggressive. I feel you should have control on how you would react to certain things.
Because you
Even
are a
if things are
man,
not-
you
believe that okay, it's okay.
aggressive.
Now if
Yes.
a lady does that, would like what's wrong with that? Why
Show
should
the
she
man
rise?
leave
Show
me
the
your
problem
cover.
exactly. Can she stay in her husband's house?
But generally, no, let's be serious now.
Yeah.
Generally, and so I'm trying to say, well, regardless, just have to be what you have to be. You have to just stand up for yourself and like, yes, I'm going through this. And I can't actually tell you this is how you react to situations. You can't tell me this is how you react to situations. We have different
perspectives.
you understand?
Yeah.
So the way you handle something, not you handle something, you might be calm about it and might be aggressive about it. You might be aggressive and might be calm. Do you understand? There are situations like you might not even expect some sort of action that they'll just come up. That's anger and that's aggression. I understand. But I'm just trying to tell you it is natural, it is logical for a man to always want to dominate.
So you asked about the
Personally, when I play football,
Yeah.
I hate losing. Not because I'm not. No, I like.
That's one trait.
No, it's not. See, it's not a trait. Yeah,
It's a
I hate losing because.
Baby is a trait.
I feel we should even accept losing as
See,
a part
of life.
It's part of like sportsmanship.
But
That's
as a
like,
man-
as
as a
a
man-
player on the pitch, I
Yeah.
try every possible best not to lose.
Okay, that's
So-
for your own. Now, back to my question. Adeleye and Precious. What are the traits? What are the signs of toxic masculinity?
So Precious, because me, I'm a man. If I tell you these are not signs,
know.
they're not signs.
So calm down.
You understand?
Calm down. Precious, over to you.
I feel one very popular sign is when you're trying to always assert your dominance as a person, and you started, especially in relationships, whereby you hear the word often, "I'm the man, I'm not supposed to do this," or "I'm the man, I'm not supposed to," yeah. You know that African mentality of, okay, the man is not supposed to do some things in the house, the man is not supposed to do some things to assist, and then this kind of person would see you slaving away, you are sweating, trying to handle things in the house, and they're like, "I'm the man, now it's our job as the woman." Do you understand that kind of thing? And when they're supposed to also discuss some things with you, let you in on some things, and they're like, "Okay, I'm the man, I'm going to be handling everything on my head." And when this thing becomes overwhelming,
You now start passing aggression.
instead of talking about it and trying to sort it out.
So if I talk about it, there's no solution. What will happen?
Forget it. There's
You're going through challenges. You spoke to someone, no solution. I thought you would forget.
Adeleye, I want to tell you something. Okay, fine. I might not provide solution at that moment.
Yeah.
But there are some certain words I can say to you
That would be a
suit
bit of
your mind.
encouragement.
Yes.
And also, I might even discuss it with someone
Yes.
who can also bring up a solution to that matter.
Thank you.
It doesn't. That's why is it adage or phrase now that they say a problem shared is a problem solved. I mean, there's a way.
They play. You're exposing
There's
yourself.
a way.
You're saying
It's not a matter of
No.
expressing.
I want you to pick one
That
thing out of what you
situation.
just
Hold
said.
on.
You said you're exposing yourself.
Yes, now,
That's
because
what we are talking about.
by the end of the time, by the end of the day, you are the gist of the town. Like
It's not matter of just of the town.
That is
Obviously,
mentality.
this is where you have people whereby you are comfortable discussing with. I mean, as your partner, you should be able to be comfortable discussing some things with your partner, and you should also have a close circle. Obviously, you shouldn't just tell people everybody. That's all I'm saying. And so I think you should have a confidant whereby you can speak to.
You just said something that as a man, as a wife and as a man and his wife, you have something you are going through in your place of work.
Yeah.
I'm your wife. It's for better, for worse. I'm supposed to be your confidant.
Because you need for better for worse. I'm just saying.
So what's the essence of the vows on the altar?
Yes, I'm supposed to be your confidant. If you are going through anything, we are supposed to be going through it together. So you have to call me. But because you feel you are the man of the house, if I tell you my problem, you as my wife, you will ridicule me. So you won't want to share that problem.
This is where the society now comes in, whereby we've already conditioned the woman also to believe that the man will handle it
all himself.
So now as a woman, sometimes some women, even if their man doesn't come out to them about it, they feel, he's handling it, is my man, no wahala.
But some men,
that was because you can't provide solution.
If you go to meet that man, babe, what is wrong?
Exactly.
Tell me what is wrong. That is where aggression comes in.
Okay,
you start passing the aggression on you as if you are the cause of his problem.
Ajolu, let me tell you something.
I'm listening.
If at all I'm married to Precious now,
Yeah.
at some point in time, I know at the level of reasoning.
Yeah,
Do you understand? I know how she can take things.
Yeah.
I know the kind of answers I will get.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So even if something is going, like if I'm going through something and like if I talk to my wife now, which kind of answer we should provide, or which kind of solution we should provide. I know this girl, our level no reach.
Sure.
Do you understand? At that point in time, I'll keep it to myself and I'm handle it.
You don't have to keep it to yourself. You're supposed to find
No, I actually understand where
I understand. In this situation, I'm not saying you should talk to your wife about everything. But at least have someone. Even it can be your best friend. It can be one of your relatives.
Speaking of bestie.
Yes.
Best friend, a female best friend.
I'm not talking about female. You guys tend to have this female best friend and you both go inside the door and do another thing.
No. She's my best friend.
No.
Okay, now for example,
okay.
you're my friend. I'm very good with 5 minutes Precious.
Yeah, sure.
Me and Precious married and look at how far. I busy one matter. Precious don't feel solve. I come meet you. Is that wrong?
It's not wrong.
It's not wrong.
Now so that's what I'm saying. That you can't sabi relating you dey talk because right now I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Because she was saying, okay, I have a friend or someone you can talk to. I said, okay, I have a female best friend. Obviously.
It's not. I didn't ask you to have a female best friend.
I think definition of best friend. Now we are making it to mean another thing now.
No.
But anyways,
No,
let's just consider that.
my bestie.
I know, yeah. Now, okay, that is one trait. Then
Yeah.
second trait, I would say acts of this traditional trait of routine. That back in the days,
Yeah.
there was sometimes I met with a guy. He was like he liked pounded yam. I told the guy I can't pound. He said, why can't you pound?
As a woman.
As a woman, anything I
Why
like.
can't he pound as the man? If you don't like,
Did you ask him and say cannot pound?
He said, no, I suppose
that
know how to
it's
pound.
your job, I mean.
It's my job as a woman to cook for
Yeah.
you. That is where the dominance comes from.
Mhm.
Why will you be angry asking me that because you want to eat pounded yam, I must pound? I even told him that pounded yam is in the back. He said, no, pounded yam is in the back.
Let's for the jam.
That is where dominance comes from. Why will you tell me that because you are the man, because you like pounded yam, I must pound for you to eat pounded yam? It's not done that way.
So would you have preferred him going outside tonight, outside, or probably just get something?
I'm not asking him to go outside, but since you want to eat pounded yam, you as a man supposed to follow me to the kitchen and pound yourself.
Pound or stay with you or probably.
It should assist.
You should assist me in kitchen
I mean,
work.
you
So I don't understand. So you
I can.
you'll be the one to peel the yam.
No.
When the yam is done, I'll call you, come and pound.
So.
But you are telling me that no.
I don't why I kind of people that probably distribute choice at home.
No, I
That
won't.
is where you
No, it's true now. That
That's what I believe.
you distribute. No,
I won't
if as a husband I am willing to help, I will
Yeah.
help.
That's what I want. Not distributing.
But you can't tell
I'm not
me.
for distributing.
Yeah,
Why should I
I
do?
think
No,
you are for
I
distributing, but you can't tell me I
Look,
must
now as
do
my
it
husband now, you said you like pounded yam.
because go pound now. So you
Why
don't
will
go
I pound?
Why you don't go pound? I don't go
I said
pound.
I don't know how to pound.
You go there. I
I'm
thought you said you go there at pound. Don't sorry they take them.
That is where you are so dominant to the extent that you
that's what
believe woman owns the kitchen.
That-
Everything in the
I'm-
kitchen
I'm-
is supposed to be for the woman. That is where the toxic
Adioluwa, I'm trying to help you get better. By
Yes.
knowing
By
how to
growing
pound.
muscle.
Right.
By growing
No, I
muscle.
have to help you know better.
By growing muscle.
You have to learn
But okay,
everything.
what? Look at this scenario.
So if you don't know how to
Look
pound,
at this
I will tell
scenario.
you go and learn how to pound so that you
And
can
then-
pound for us.
Look
We are
at
learning.
Look at this scenario. Imagine I go to work, maybe 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Come back, have kids already, and now this person is coming and telling me I have to pound yam for him.
No,
After I've been stressed out.
Oh yeah, Tom, don't get it wrong. You
Okay.
understand? But it's actually natural for
There are some people that
listen,
are that way.
it is natural for the woman to take responsibility of the house and her children and the husband. So just come and do what I'm
Doesn't mean
I'm not saying
stress me. Don't stress my
so who the children will not eat, abi?
The children will eat.
What, they
I'm
will-
saying
they
you
will
should
eat
assist now.
In the kitchen.
I'm talking about the
Let me-
case
let me
whereby
just-
the man
let me
is saying
just-
you must pound
let
that
me-
yam by that time. Some people can wake you by 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
11 o'clock and say, I'm craving pounded yam.
You
Not
must
pounded.
pound it.
Are you concerned?
Okay, let me just talk about this scenario. As a man, maybe I have a work 8 to 7, and my husband close from work maybe 5 p.m. When you get home, and I call, hey baby, sorry, I'll be closing my work by 7 or 8 today. Can you cook?
So,
But because you are the man, you believe that no. Why will I?
When you come home,
When you come home, you cook.
That's not the situation. Do you know what we went through at work? Do you know the mental stress is going through at that period in time?
do you know the mental stress
Stress
I'm going
at
to work?
that work also. We are both working.
We're not working.
No, work past work now.
No, what do you mean
forget,
by
we
work
are
task?
Work past work.
What if my work is even more tasking than his work? Is it not possible?
You men believe
Regardless.
that is one trait about toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Because you men believe the mentality is in your head. Nígbà yà àwọn bàbá mi nǹkan tó ń ṣe nìyẹn. So I must do it.
And
Yeah.
thank you for that.
Exactly.
Nígbà àwọn ayé bàbá bàbá ẹ̀, things were working well, things were working right.
So now it is
Marriage were not breaking.
Marriage
But
is
now
not
that
break.
nígbà ayé ìtì ẹ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ báyìí, things are going wrong.
Okay, let me just bring this in again. You know, during our forefathers' days, they can marry like 4, 5, 10 wives.
No.
But right now, a man will tell you that I have a man now. I have one brother that says you will marry 4 wives, and his wife cannot do anything.
If it's capable now, that
Because
you
he
can
believes
take care of
that
them.
because those traditional traits
That's
is in
what
is in him, because he believes that his father get married to 5 wives, so he must marry 4 wives, and his wife must accept it. Is it that she likes it or not?
No, my dear, it's not about whether accept. If it's capable, you can take care of 4, marry 4. You can take care of 5, marry
But I
5.
don't want
You
to.
don't have to be dominant. You
No,
have to
no,
take
no.
care. You don't have to.
To avoid that aspect now, you get each of them different apartments. So you now able to do distribution up and down.
Okay.
Sleep here today,
I think
sleep
we
here
should
tomorrow.
change.
Second trait, which is about dominant and traditional traits
Yeah.
being. So now I'll talk about depression.
Okay.
Yes, that is one trait of the toxic masculinity, depression. Because you said it that time that maybe let's imagine Precious is your wife. You get married to Precious. Shut up.
My darling.
So you are passing through something emotionally stressed.
Yeah.
But you believe, you know that your wife mental capacity, you know her capacity
It's very low.
very low. So you can't
No.
you're just so you can't discuss things with her.
No, I can discuss,
But to some
extent, based on what, on a level of what reasoning.
Now that is where depression comes in, because you won't have someone, you can't open up to your wife 100% because of the level of her reasoning. And society.
Don't you even think that's a problem? Like you can't even open up to your wife 100%.
I feel it's a problem.
But it's not discussion for today.
That is why I said depression. You'll be depressed because you don't have anybody to open up to.
Now the question is, how do you handle that depression as a man?
I keep things to yourself and look for solution. Now, when you fall, you start.
That is where suicide comes in.
Yeah.
Some people commit suicide because they are so depressed.
It doesn't want to live. It doesn't want to live again. I can't die because of what? No, but on the serious note, I just feel my wife can't help me. I will probably just take this thing up alone and find solutions to it.
Can you actually take it up alone?
Yes, why not?
Society believes that as a man you have to be strong.
Yeah,
but
that's
sometimes
but I feel that sometimes
break
you need to.
down.
Yes. You know what depression is? Have you
down.
depression?
you can break down in the corner of your room and come back outside to my smiling now. It happens. I mean,
a friend
the whole world or probably just say, yeah, the whole world, the society doesn't have to know what you're going through. Do you understand? People go through a lot. Talk to yourself in your room. Don't cry in your room and come out.
A friend of mine said there are some parts in Nigeria where therapists won't say at all.
Therapists won't say
because there's this African mentality whereby we believe that you don't need therapy. Even ladies, men, we believe that we don't need therapists. Therapists are for sissies, or therapists are for white men stuff. Do you understand? But I feel as a guy, if you feel that this thing is already above you or something that is very depressing, you should be able to talk to a therapist if you cannot speak to your wife.
My dear, even all those therapists, they are going through a lot.
A lot is going through.
That's the thing now. So, probably
my lot is going through a lot.
You head up
You
head up being an example
Yeah,
for another person coming for therapy. It's true now.
No,
Like
there's confidentiality.
from here. You've not heard of all these marriage counselors, like they will actually counsel you, do this and that. They're not even, their home is broken.
Okay.
It happens now, do you understand?
Well,
so if you can't treat yourself, I don't think you should think of treating other people. That as for a therapist too. But I don't think I'll have issue. I've got to
sometimes looking at the situation from the outside.
They just tell you, okay, let's take it step by step.
Okay.
Do this
for
1 week.
It might work now. Look at the situation from outside. Actually, you get a clearer view than from the inside. You know, you get.
Have you been to
you
a
see, no.
I don't know all these things.
I'm not, but I'm interested in stuff like that.
So, in a relationship, what do you think is should lead to a man being toxic? So, it's in a relationship, you get babe, you get wife, but you date toxic, probably maybe reactions to things, you know. What's the cause? What do you think is the cause? Because right now, to me now, you are painting the male gender as Alagbara, obviously Alagbara, but better still, there's still something that will lead to a reaction. What's the cause? That's the problem. So the cause is, let me answer the question. Let me answer.
You go first.
Yeah, I feel this thing goes way back to upbringing. You know, there's this particular feeling of the society whereby they start, when it comes to upbringing of a male child, you know, there's that thing when the child starts crying, you're like, why are you crying? You're a man, don't cry, you're a man. Or probably the child sees things that are going on in the house, and you know it is the mom that is always cooking, so it is the woman's duty to cook. It is the dad that always goes to work. Woman shouldn't go to work. It's the man that goes to work. So certain responsibilities are for men, certain responsibilities are for women. So that leaves an imprint in the mind of this male child from the beginning, and then brings it into.
Can I ask you a question? When you were growing up, you used to assist your mom in the kitchen.
Yeah, sure.
Was she trying to shape you to the society ideology of the female child must help the mother?
I feel yes.
So why is it wrong for you to?
No,
say?
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying what she's
don't
is
cater
wrong.
yourself.
No, let me talk.
What she's doing is not wrong.
Let me talk.
Okay,
let me talk.
Yeah.
I'm not saying what she herself is doing is wrong, because that was how she was also brought up. I'm saying the society's mentality now.
Your
what
mom,
the society is showing us.
Right now, your mom represents society, and previously you said
it's not her
it is
fault.
wrong. It is you feel it is wrong for them to tell the male child don't cry.
Yes.
So should I say it is wrong for your mom to train you?
I'm not saying it is our own fault. Like that's what she believes is right.
So it is also.
It's okay, for example,
it
now.
can also be right.
Example,
It can also be right for me to have a male child and tell him, Bobo,
listen, you know what? Let's put it this way. Now, imagine someone tells you that you've never met him before, right?
Okay.
Now, Adeolu tells you that I am 10 feet tall. She doesn't know the truth, right? But she believes it, that I am 10 feet tall without even meeting me. So this is what the society has imputed. Now, it is not your fault if you believe that I am 10 feet tall. Is it? It's not your fault. So that's why I'm saying that thing that has been passed down from generation to generation. So now people have believed that this is right. This is the right way of doing things. But I believe that we should retrain ourselves to, you know, the society is like, not society now. Times are moving, right? And with times, a lot of things are going to change. We evolve as humans. What's worked 500 years is not what's going to work now. Do you understand? But that particular mentality is still at play at this moment in time. So now it clashes with what is going on now.
I understand. So right now, so when you give birth to your own child, you won't tell her come assist me in the kitchen.
No, not that I won't tell her come assist me.
I won't tell her.
I won't tell her.
You are grown with time.
I won't tell her that it is a woman's work to be in the kitchen. I will tell my male child, my female child, assist me.
You won't tell her it's a woman's job.
I won't tell her that it's not a woman's job.
You are your own husband's house and she's your child, and you are not cooking for your husband.
Obviously, she would also see what her father would be doing now. Her father would be helping out, obviously. I'm not saying.
But do you know that situation?
The fact that you're saying that it is a woman's job, it means that a man cannot do it.
No,
it is the woman's work. But when you say, okay, when my male child, obviously, I will tell my male child must know how to cook. Why won't you know how to cook?
Precious.
You will also know how to cook. So I'm bringing my male child. Even when it comes to my dad is the kind of person, when it comes to fixing cars, all this mechanic work that they feel that it's only the guys that should know how to do it. My dad will call us as his female children that, okay, come and see what's going on, so that you will also be able to do this thing by yourself. So it's not with the idea that, okay, this one should be for the male. They are cutting grass, male, yeah, can cut. We female, yeah, go to the kitchen. But everybody does it, male or female, do it.
That's a good family.
So you know what you know how to do it. So regardless, no one can even do shakara for you.
That's a good family. But do you realize that times when probably you decide to help as a man or as a husband, and your wife probably make it an habit like no.
And that's also now where the fault of the lady comes in, where they feel that entitlement.
So now,
that's the cause in relationship.
Entitlement. So I can say what leads to toxic masculinity is reaction from the ladies.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
So you should not.
Also part of it.
You should not blame men for their reaction.
I'm not blaming.
He just said it now. No, he just said it now. You can't blame. Now, if I'm acting dominant because I need to act dominant because I've seen a particular reaction from you, you've given me the cause to be like this way.
You don't have to overreact it. That's why I said
toxic
masculinity is an exaggerated trait. You don't have to exaggerate it. I'm not asking you not to be dominant, but I'm not asking you to exaggerate it.
I can be dominant.
I'm not asking
as a man that I am.
Yes, but I'm not asking you to exaggerate.
Let's
That is what I'm exaggerating.
Let us
As
say
a man.
you said
As
that.
a man, I don't need to put it as a man.
Okay, I need to
Don't
be dominant.
put
I'm
it
a
as
man
a-
now.
Don't say man. I'm not asking you to do
I'm not saying you're not a man, you're a
Wait,
man.
as
Oh,
a
you're
man.
saying as a man, I have to do this.
As a man, I have to do that.
I don't know. I said she agrees I have to be dominant, and I'm a man. So
Don't
I have to be dominant.
exaggerate.
Not as a man.
Will I be
You
dominant
can
as
be
a woman?
dominant. No, you can be dominant. There are women that have that dominant trait.
Traits too.
Yes, but you now saying as a man, I
No.
have to. You are saying it like you are obligated to because you are a
But,
man. So
exactly.
definitely if you are not a man, you will not be dominant. Is that what you are telling me?
That's
Because naturally, logically,
mm-hmm.
men are what ability is by default.
That is
setting.
why we are blaming you.
It's by default setting, but no
For
wahala.
that.
Let me ask you answer your own question. What's the cause? Okay, like maybe the reason for a man to be toxic in his own relationship. What do you think is the reason or the cause?
One thing, questions have said most of it, but me, I'll say one thing.
There's not say that most of it. Say your own part.
Okay, I'll just say the way a boy child is being brought up.
Okay.
One. Secondly,
She has said that part. Shut her down. Say your own point. Don't you?
that is it. The way they've been brought up. That
So
is
it's
the cause. And secondly, we ladies, I'll just say, we sometimes feel entitled. Okay, my man cooks for me yesterday. So today I'll be expecting him to cook again.
So,
tomorrow, maybe he does it today again. Okay, let me just bring this example in. Maybe as a pregnant wife, you know some men used to run away from home when their wife is pregnant. Because
Emma Panning.
Because
Emma Panning. You understand?
It was a movie. She was pregnant. Her husband went to work. But she doesn't know her husband is already close by. Her husband forget the file at home to pay. This woman was dancing. Some minutes ago, she was kind of pain that her husband should be massaging her. So can you see now that she's been like she has turned into habit that her husband must do it. That is
So
what
normally.
Someone will not be like, are you okay? I am the man of the house. You can't expect me to be doing all these things. I might do it out of pity or out of help. Now, don't make it my own obligation. Don't make it my own right to be doing it every time. That is where the toxic trait comes in. Because your wife or your babe has pushed you to some extreme end.
So is it not the man's fault for reacting that way?
100% is not your fault.
Full stop. Thank you. No more discussion.
Okay, now. Okay.
But really, let's get things straight. How do you think can tackle toxic masculinity generally?
Okay.
Tackle the cause.
The causes.
Those
right?
causes. Find a solution.
In relationship and everything generally.
Generally.
Okay, I'll start from the upbringing.
Yeah.
As a parents have much work to do. It's not everything you do you're exposed to your male child. My dad, as I am, my dad is a farmer, so he makes sure that every farm work we ladies will participate in it. He doesn't say this is a female, you must not participate in it. I can say I'm very good at farm work. Thank you. I can tell it to have my own poultry or something now because I've been trained in that aspect. So as a parent, you just don't put that
exclusivity that this is for male, this is for female.
Train them right, like train them equal. Let them kitchen work, both female and male, let them do it. This work, both this and this, let them do it. And secondly, let's try to, as a partner, now I have a boyfriend or a man or a husband. Now let me try to understand the kind of person he is. When he's angry, knows that talk about him being he doesn't like talking to anybody. Know the kind of person you are getting married to. Don't just say, he used to get angry unnecessarily. No, there are some things that trigger the anger. You know that whenever he's going through some things, he doesn't like speaking out. Though he will speak out later, but let him rest. Do things that can help him out. Don't say, don't have this.
Pounding yam.
Don't have this mentality that he's a man. He's going to get through it alone. No, don't let him get through it alone. That is why you are married to him. Don't let him get through. Even if he's not opening up to you, you can still assist him in some things.
By praying.
Yes, you can still.
God damn.
Oh my God.
No, serious now. Yeah, let's pray now.
But I feel also everyone has a role to play now.
Yes.
Now you've spoken about the role of the female in supporting the husband, understanding.
Sure.
The husband should also, or the boyfriend or whoever, the guy should also be ready, to work on himself. He knows that these are some traits I have. These are some of the things that
I display.
yeah, exactly. So you should be able to let me work on myself. Let me adjust.
Self-consciousness.
Exactly. Be conscious of what I do. Try to develop some habits. Try to do away with bad habits. Do away with anything that can cause problems. Do you understand? So I feel it's the work of everybody now. Everybody has a role to play. Who is the society? Everybody is the society.
We are the society.
Okay.
So everybody has a role to play.
Like you have to talk.
Parents.
Talk out. And don't feel like if I say this thing, they're going to view me as a victim. No. Try to speak up.
Maybe men should work on their ego. So.
Yes, try to work on your ego. Talk to people, make friends, talk to people. Don't feel like I'm a man, I'm going to get through it alone. No, nobody can get through anything alone.
Yeah.
Just try to talk.
No man is an island.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are out there. You've heard this today's version, today's episode. So like, subscribe, and give your comments. Thank you.
Thank you.